should be coming back up again. So I think we should be live again. Hello everyone, sorry about the crisis. Apparently something just decided it didn't like doing anything at all. So I guess we'll carry on. Is everyone ready and back in the game?
I'm not back in for some reason.
I'm not seeing your you being live on YouTube though.
Oh, it's a new
It'll be a
thing.
new stream on YouTube because
It's a
YouTube
new
is difficult.
thing.
Because YouTube doesn't handle restarting streams very well.
Oh, yeah, I refreshed, but I can't see it. That's what I'm saying.
It has appeared now for me.
It has, yes.
Okay, good. I've got 2 people on YouTube so far. 17 on Switch. Yeah, okay. So people are starting to finding the YouTube one as it comes back again. There's not a lot I can do about that apart from just carry on, I guess. Right. Sorry. Are you in now, Mike? Are we ready to start fighting these bugs again?
I am, yes.
And it sounds like Twitch is now at 1080p, so that's nice. So that problem I've fixed. That's good. You're right. I am using the bot gun. That's well spotted, regular. Thank you. I wouldn't be very useful in that combat. Let's switch that.
Yeah,
And...
I told you about 5 times, but you.
I had about.
Terrible.
I had a significant amount of time of just not being able to hear anything anyone was saying, and it was blooming awful.
Hear that? He wants to be able to hear us.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
I see what you were saying about the lag, Mike.
Yeah, for me it's not as bad this time, but yeah, it got better quicker. Or quickly.
We seem to have nearly done, but I was going to say, has everyone got enough ammunition? Because I grabbed it from the box on the way past.
I've got a fair bit, but I would like to draw your attention to that.
Yes, we should probably go over and have words with those guys, shouldn't we? And probably stop them spawning again. So yes, I've got an extra couple of I've got 350 magazines worth, so I can give 50 to. Oh, here comes another one.
You throw 50 my way, please.
Yeah,
I've only got like 30.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm also building a couple of gun turrets.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, so literally a couple.
Yeah.
There we are. Oh.
Okay, they're good. They seem to have sort of almost normal gun turret rate of fire.
Yeah, but the weapon's not powerful, and this is drone swarm attack.
Yeah, oh yeah. But they're doing a lot. My theory being they're doing a lot more damage than we were, which is good.
True.
Oh yes, because we're pistol fire, right?
Yeah. At least the spawners are pretty weak.
Yeah.
Is that the? Ooh, lag again.
Was that it?
Was it only one nest?
No, there's some more coming from down here. Safir's found some more.
Yeah.
But they might have just been explorers from the previous one.
No, there's a couple of nests.
Oh, there's loads of them down here to the southwest.
5 nests.
I seem to have aggroed them.
That's fine.
Oh no, yeah, I know. Just
Concentrate on the same nest, ideally.
just imagine how easy these would be with uranium ammunition.
They get healthier according to the mouse tip. The whatever mouse over. They get healthier with pollution.
Yep.
As opposed to those which are more numerous with pollution.
Okay. So the more pollution we have around them, they will literally get stronger.
The tougher they get. Yes.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting. I like that, just because it's different.
What's our health regenerate like in this? Oh, it's vanilla. Good.
I think it'd be worth somebody. I'm going to go up to the sort of the northwest corner and explore up the lake that way a little bit. Could someone go around the sort of the north and over to the east? And there's another nest over there, which isn't a problem yet, but we're not a million miles away. But I'd like to, at the very least, have explored all of our pollution cloud, even if we're not necessarily defending it 100%.
Safir and I are looping around the bottom.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
We found a lake here.
Exciting times.
Yeah, I do seem to be struggling. The computer seems to be struggling to keep up, which is frankly ridiculous at this stage of Factorio. So I think there must be something that's using enormous amounts of processing power. And as I say, I'll look into it between streams because it is clearly not acceptable.
While you were rebooting, we were suggesting testing the save on someone else's PC just to see how it behaves.
Yeah, and if I'll play it a bit, I'll let it run a little bit. The problem is I don't want to play the game single player or between streams, but I do need to have it loaded and running to see if anything, see if I can work out what's causing it. Yep, a little bit of negotiation, yes. You think it might be even distribution? I mean, it's not impossible. I say there's a chunk at the end of the last stream, the one that crashed, or the one the one that actually did crash. I didn't end it. There was a chunk of there's a bit of time where I had the debug info up on screen, so I'm hoping to be able to go back and have a look at that, and it'll hopefully give me a bit of a clue as to what was causing it, and we can that's a good starting point, I think. And yes, I'm absolutely new mechanics are the best part of Factorio mods. When it's a mod that just adds in another 10 recipes that work basically the same as the ones you've already got, that's not so exciting. But when there's something that is completely different, that's when it gets very, very interesting, and that's when it's my favourite sort of stuff.
Switch back up, Tristan.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've now.
Anyone in the YouTube chat who's still got the old stream open? Could they put a note in here saying that you need to come to the new stream location?
Oh yeah, good point. Thank you. Yes, because we're down to only 15 people now. We had about 50 before, so there's a lot of people who haven't found their way into the new one. Let's turn that back off again because that's very pink. Right, I'm going to. It's possible it's something to do with chunk generation. Yeah,
There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah.
The problem is
we're just guessing.
Not sure. Yeah, and it will take a certain amount of time to seriously investigate it.
Yeah.
Well, quite likely some of the wrigglers that were on me got bored and went to attack Safir instead.
Oh, good.
I'm more exciting, you know.
Yep.
Turns out the lumber mill is quite a large building.
Yes.
I mean, I was expecting it to be because that's what makes that's what makes it interesting and different. I'm assuming it needs fuel as well. Oh, it can make lumber mills as well. So it's one of those sort of machines. So it's not just for making lumber. It can also make mining drills, agricultural towers, lumber mills, wood labs, belts.
Well, it's the clues in the name. It's a mill that makes lumber.
No, it's a mill that makes lots of things. It can make wooden walls as well, including lumber. It makes any wood thing. So it's like the machines in Vanilla Space Age, in that it's a bit over what's name. It does rather a lot of different things. It is peat powered, yeah.
Tristan, are you dying?
Yeah, slowly. They don't do much damage.
Technically, we all are.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of saying that to my 4-year-old daughter, and she cried.
You're such a bully.
I was just like, oh, yeah. I mean, I am, but that's not the point.
I am rather low on ammo now, so I'm not sure I can help much with that other one. If you let me heal up, I can strafe it. And okay, never mind.
How badly are you low on ammo?
16 now, having crafted all I can.
Oh right, you can craft actually.
Well, I still have some significant amount of ammunition. Do you want me to? I can. Where are you guys? Oh, you're over there dealing with those ones.
I'll give Tristan some.
Thank you.
Mike, I assume. Yeah,
what?
Mike, why did you set up another huge lumber production area when I was building a lumber mill?
For space. You hadn't said that
4, 5
at that point.
There's a note, Safir.
Yes, I had.
Only so many can attack me at once. So running doesn't necessarily actually help.
Well, I mean, I'm not getting like my health isn't declining, so.
Okay.
Right, let's stick some long inserters in there as well. Oh, okay, regular. That's a real shame. I was hoping the VOD would. I did it a bit earlier as well, but yeah, I was hoping that there'd be lots of examples of problems. But it sounds
Tristan,
like
have you
maybe
crafted yourself an armor?
No.
See, that's why I'm not getting hurt.
not.
I mean, I'm not getting that hurt. Given I was basically
armor, it's
I was basically standing still, letting them just
Oh, yeah,
gnaw on me
wooden
for
armor.
about several minutes.
Yeah,
No
they
issue.
don't. The one nice thing I have to say about these enemies is they don't seem to be particularly dangerous. They don't do a lot of damage. We had a
but they
huge.
do come in thousands.
Yes.
Yeah, but only 5 can attack you at a time.
Is that really only 5 of them?
No, I don't know exactly how
Okay.
many. Look at me now.
That's true. You do actually. It appears to be 3. That's a bit weird.
So
So
the
they're
running
only-
is just
It's only they're only really dangerous when they get into the base.
yeah.
Yeah, you say you're still at 170 out of 250 health. That's quite a, yeah. I knew they were. I got the impression they weren't very dangerous, but I hadn't realised they were that not very dangerous.
Maybe it's not really balanced for multiplayer.
Well, even so, I mean, there's only 2 of you over there at this point. So, I mean, technically, yes, that is multi. I accept, but it's not very multi.
Tristan, need some more ammo? I got plenty.
Got 79 now. Do need to let myself heal up before we tackle the next one. It's off to the right here.
Yeah. So, Mike, this sawmill is virtually producing a half belt all by itself. I think
Okay.
I'm going to put some extra inserters along here because I'm not sure whether they're actually where the limiting factor is. Oh no, it's got enough.
Well, theoretically, you'll need half as many exerters as inserters.
Yes, although some of them are long, so they might be slower. Oh no, they actually, what? The long inserters are actually slightly quicker than the short inserters. It's 0.83 versus 0.77.
That sounds like someone found a basically just a maths error and went, you know what, can't be bothered.
Yeah.
I mean, do they have to travel further? Maybe, perhaps.
Yes. So why?
But they do it faster.
But they do it faster. That's very strange.
I will, given how close the numbers are, and it's 0.06 off.
Yeah.
I will bet you that boils down to someone's not quite calculated it right.
Mm. Oh yeah, I can absolutely believe that. Right, so I think a second lumber mill over here is going to be enough to supply everything we've got. So you don't need any of those. I don't think you need any of those over there. And
Okay.
I'm probably going to just remove all the ones over here that are doing this to basically save the wood input.
Yeah, go for it.
All that's needed for the ammunition too, so I won't cut it off completely.
Yeah, they are quite big.
Also, you can get slightly more of that peat patch of yours as well this way.
Yeah. Honestly, that was more just because I could.
Yeah, it was there, so you did. Yeah, I understand that.
Basically.
Which planet are you going to try and mine completely this time?
They're all infinite now.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put it past them to try. Right, so if I want another one of those lumbering mills, I'm going to need another virtually 100 wooden gears and a load of basic circuit boards. Okay, so I can get a load of wooden gears out of here. 7, in fact. That's some. And I can steal a load off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I'm going to need a load of lumber, which I can gather from, well, the belt of lumber, so that's fine. And I'm going to need a load of circuit boards that I need to get from somewhere as well. I'll stand here. I can actually have to run along here. There we go. That's probably enough lumber. I've got more than enough peat in my pockets now for what I'm saying. Oh, there we go. That's enough. Oh, but I would be handcrafting all of the circuit boards, which I don't really want to do. They're being made in small numbers over here. I can nick 2 of them. All right, maybe. Oh, yeah, that's true. There's puzzle planet.
Significant circuit board creation area here.
Okay, cool. Right, so actually this isn't taking as long as I feared it would. Right, let's have a look at what we're saying over here. Yeah, it's a bit like the burner phase. In fact, it is a burner phase, but it's enough different from the traditional burner phase that it's at least a little bit interesting. So we've got like the agricultural part of the burner phase down here is a bit different. For example, yes, there is a burner phase going on over here with the stone production. And there's a little bit of burner phase going on down here with this bit, but it's a bit different. So Oh, so yes, because you've been doing the burner phase for your friends, they don't hate it as much as you do. That seems very noble of you.
Laurence, quick question. I think I'm now producing like probably 1.2 to 1.5 belts of wood. Should we belt it over to the main bus, or put the excess into just a chest for personal use?
I think probably bring it over to the main bus. I'm in the process of setting up systems that will use it fairly quickly. Although that said, it's not getting used quite as quickly as I thought it would be. I say in the process. There we go. Boop. Now
Could you assign a lane for me to add that?
Okay. Oh, I need at least one normal inserter in here to do the peat. There we go. That can do. We'll have that. Oh, a raid! Awesome. Hello, Swantanya. Hello. Thank you for coming over and raiding. Good to have you here. Are you doing a space age run? A space age plus run? Anything like that? And how's it going? Have you? Oh, I've run out of underground belts. Let's go get some more of those. We are currently 1 million extra planets, and so we've got Lignumis to worry about at this point. Hello. Right, can we bring this up just on the right of that? Oh dear, where do you want your additional belt to be, Marc?
No, I'll connect there. That's fine.
Okay. Do you need any more belts? I've got loads of them. I picked up a load.
No, I'm handcrafting everything.
Okay, cool. Sure, go ahead. Oof! You're a new player to Factorio and you're jumping in with Space Age. That's bold. I'm impressed. Yeah, there's a lot to it. I think I'm glad I had a certain amount of Factorio experience before I started Space Age. But that said, I guess you can play an almost normal Factorio by getting started on Nauvis and then seeing how things go before you blast off to another planet. So yeah, enjoy. Oh, I've run out of splitters as well. There's some. Yeah, are you having fun? Are you still on Nauvis? Trying to stay spoiler free. Well, technically, this is going to be pretty spoiler free, because we are doing planets that you won't be doing. This is not a vanilla planet, so it's going to be completely spoiler free for you. So yeah, I guess that makes it safe to watch. Although eventually, and by eventually I mean not today, we are going to be finding our way down onto Nauvis, and then things will start happening things will start happening in a more traditional Factorio way for a little while. Although we do have a huge pile of mods. I don't know if you've seen the mod list videos. You probably not if you're just coming in and raiding randomly. But yes, we've got quite a lot of extra mods that we've added in. So this is a very, very heavily modded game. It's not just a handful of extra. Not just a handful of extra planets. It's there's a lot of other stuff in there as well to keep it interesting and exciting and slightly less frustrating at times. Well, that's the theory anyway. We'll see how well that works. Can we have that one? There we go. Right, so that's going to be some more brown science. because I noticed down here we're starting to use it. We're using it up a little bit faster than we're making it. The steam science seems to be hanging on. Oh, you're struggling with Fulgora already? Yeah, okay, yes. I mean, I have to admit, Space Age is quite a lot harder than vanilla, than basic Factorio. Oh, maybe it's Spidertron enhancements then. That's possible, Michael. Yeah. You could be right, and we are 80% of the way through researching provisional rocketry. So in 5 minutes we'll have that. We haven't even started looking at. Okay, we've got steam science. Let's open that one up. So of these, let's do that one. Let's put that in the queue as well. We've got the wood liquefaction, but we haven't started playing with that yet at all. We've got lumber. We've got the provisional rocketry nearly researched. So. You know what? I think you might be right. We've got at least an hour left of play tonight, so I think you're right. I think we'll be able to get to Nauvis today. Let's set that as our goal. See how we can get it. See if we can. But I don't. Yeah, I think you're probably right. We've got provisional rocketry nearly done. Then we need to do planet discovery of Nauvis. Let's add that to the queue. And there's a handful of other researches that we can do while we're on this planet, and maybe we should do before we leave. But over here, we've got plenty of wood coming in. We've got the lumber is now it's not backed up, but it's backing up. We've got some gold coming through. Oh, chat, thank you. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that was to try and get the chat out of the way of the debug info, which I was hoping I'd get access to, but we shall see. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so yes, the lumber is nearly caught up. The gold down here is it is being produced. That is the actually we've got quite a lot of the ore, but we potentially just need
it's the stromatolite remnants. That's just being. I
see.
Being dealt with
down here
at the moment.
And I think it's also that the belt bringing in the gold ore isn't quite quick enough to keep it. Yeah.
That's the basic circuits automated.
Lovely, thank you. We may be somewhat overbuilding on this planet, to be honest, but that's what Factorio's about.
Laurence, if you're satisfied with the wood supply, I'm ready for a new craft.
Yeah, the wood supply seems to absolutely be fine. There seems to be a good, healthy supply of it up here. It's now, the lumber is pouring through. That's fantastic. Right, so the next thing to look at is going to be the wood liquefaction. Let's have a look in the Factoriopedia for this one, because this is going to be funny business and weird shenanigans. I can just tell. Wood pulp. Here we go. Made through wood liquefaction, or also made through wood liquefaction, which is okay. So you can turn wood into 10 pulp,
assembly machines,
or wood and steam into 10 pulp.
Yeah, but only assembly machine 2 and 3.
Oh, right, yes. So it's the first wood liquefaction. So it's just, okay, in a steam assembly machine, it's just wood. Put wood into a steam assembly machine and it'll make it. I guess that makes a sort of sense. The reason there's a different recipe for assembly machine 2 and 3s is so that you can do it on other planets or with more advanced tech once you discover electricity, but you still need steam in order to liquefy the wood. So that actually kind of makes sense. There are also futuristic bioplastic recipes for it as well. So that's wood liquefaction. That makes wood pulp. And then, here we go.
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
How nostalgic are we about the ship?
Yeah, I was thinking about the same a few minutes ago.
I know there is a tradition of not demolishing the ship, but personally, I don't think I care.
I think keep the ship, demolish the
wreckage
pieces.
Bits. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. The rest is reasonably out of the way. Sorry, the ship is reasonably out of the way, and it's the rest that's sort of in the way. Okay, I'm okay with that. Where was I? Yeah, so wood liquefaction even allows us to make provisional rocket parts, which is just a bit of everything really. That's not too bad. It also allows us to make nutrients and nectar, starter culture, Cupriavedus nectar itself, and bio rocket fuel. Okay, so yeah, we need to set up a wood pulp production, but that turns out to just be steam assembly machines, which Mike didn't do. Okay, never mind.
I'm
Is that your?
it, yeah.
Oh, sorry, is that your next thing after the circuits? Sorry.
Well, I need basic circuits. So
Yeah,
I
fair.
produce those. And
No,
then,
that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I retract my snark.
Good. Right.
Yes, we shall have a ship museum. Maybe we'll build a wooden fence around it or something. In fact, I think Safir might. Oh, yes, Safir has already started building a fence around it. Cool.
Yep.
How noisy are we being? Fairly. Oh, you know, one thing is probably the case. The sound. This is as big as it's going to get unless we build the factory bigger. So pollution coming out of a normal factory will gradually spread bigger and bigger and bigger until you eventually get to the point where the trees are absorbing it as fast as you're producing it. This is just going to go out to a certain size, and then it's going to stop getting bigger because it's just noise. That's a slightly different thought of it. Yeah, slightly different way of looking at it. Yes, very Indiana Jones. Got to go for the gold too, which is, I assume, one of the is an achievement saying we are doing gold at a certain speed or a certain no, it'll be a certain quantity of it, won't it? Probably.
There's
Where
both
is
variants for different.
Where is the milestone? Here's the milestones.
Safir.
We are just shy of 100 though, so
Exactly that.
it's not a milestone; it's an achievement.
Okay. Yes. Yes, wooden wall around it. Yeah. It's. I don't know. I don't know whether what it is that's absorbing the noise. Although
I think it's just distance, right?
I think it is just distance. Yes, but mining drills are a lot louder than assembly machines, which is why it's going out all the way up here from the stone mine, but only just over this distance from the assembly machines and from Mike. And growing plants, or stromatolites in this case, doesn't produce any sound at all, or hardly any sound at all by the looks of it, because the big wood growing area is almost nothing, which makes sense. A tree growing, if a tree grows in the forest, does it make any sound? And turns out no. But if a machine
get absorbed if you have tiles like the stone bricks. Just normal vanilla pollution.
I don't know. Does grassland? Yeah, grassland absorbs some pollution, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know about bricks.
It doesn't say on the bricks, on the stone path tile, that it absorbs pollution, but the grass tiles do say.
Okay. You might. I was thinking possibly if you put the gear producer in between two machines.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well, but
it depends if you're going to go on and build lumber mills as well. But 2 of them seem to have been enough. So unless we want to actually produce things, unless we want to actually produce other things other than lumber with one of these things, we probably don't need additional ones. The 2 we've made are probably enough. Can we make any? We can't make science packs. We can make gears. Wooden gears can be made in a lumber mill, which means we'll get the 50% productivity boost there.
And it's also the thing of how much do we care about any of this?
Yeah.
No, I had that right the first time.
Did you?
Because this needs that.
Oh, I see. Okay, no, fair enough.
Now this is where it gets fiddly.
Because you have to fuel them.
Well, no, because I got the peat line going next to it.
No, you have to fuel the insert. Oh, yeah, the inserters can be fueled from the machines. Yes, of course they can.
Yeah. Do I care about? I think.
What do you think? What are you struggling with?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to filter off the lumber so that the peat carries on through, and then bring in the gold pipes.
Pipes. Okay. Yep, fair enough.
Although that...
You could make the gold pipes here from a feed of gold, because we have gold on the bus.
Yes, that is... That's where I'm going. I was looking at it sort of down there, saying, do I stick it there? But that's just silly.
What's this belt?
That's going to be input for basic circuit boards.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they're required as well. Fair.
But it will also need peat on it. So, let's do...
Will it? Oh, yeah, for the inserters, of course it will. Yep.
Yep.
I'm not used to this process yet. You can tell.
So it's that, and then you are in the middle, so I need to do that, and then that, and that. Akabujosh.
I beg your pardon.
Don't worry. Just get used to when I'm talking out loud to make funny noises at odd moments. It's part of the fun and games of having small children.
Yeah, I can believe that. Well, apart from there being fun and games.
So what's this here doing?
This is me. This is me starting to do the next thing. Would you like me to move it further away?
I mean, you're the boss. It's up to you. Personally, I wouldn't build it in the middle of the bus.
What?
Like
no,
where this wood is trying to come through.
No, that's to take wood away.
Oh, is that supposed to be connected to wood?
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, in that case, that's fine. Never mind. I was looking at it going, that's going to end up with wood contamination.
I hope so.
Yeah,
sort of the point.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I
Wait,
hadn't quite
don't need
tweeted
that.
that's actually something you wanted. Oh dear.
Yes, this was supposed to be this is an input of wood for the wood liquefaction.
Well,
I nearly tried to put
very
peat into it as well, but it doesn't need peat. Peat is not required for this.
His ears are going to be burning, aren't they?
Yeah, we don't need him, but we don't need him at the moment, so it's fine.
Oh dear.
Mm.
Nope, wrong one.
I've run out of pipes. Fortunately. Oh, there are no underground pipes. Oh, well, I can probably make some of those. Your underground pipes are starved. Your underground pipe maker is starved of gold because I still haven't got enough of it coming through. But that's okay because I can make some in my pockets.
Oh, there you go. Have some.
Oh, okay. I had made some in my pockets, so
I can't have that.
it was okay. But more is always useful. Oh wait, that's why I needed peat. I knew there was a reason. No, I didn't know there was a reason. I had a suspicion there was a reason. I need peat for the inserter.
Right. Don't tell him, Doopy. He doesn't remember these things. We'll only confuse him.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yes, I should use that, shouldn't I? That would make life so much easier. But the joy of long reach, Safir.
That's quite a large area. I mean, what's with the, why no decorative sort of frilling edges around the edge of the machines and so on?
I think now that you've placed that, you do have to go through this and pick up all the rocks and those things.
I'm about to, yeah.
Okay.
And you wanted the burner agricultural towers as well, didn't you?
I mean, I don't know. We might be past that now. Ask the people who've been doing the trees and the gold.
You're getting them whether you want them or not.
Right. Okay.
It has been decided.
Why aren't my nanobots eating these trees?
Have you run out?
Well, I mean,
Are you on the?
Oh, you're on.
thing?
You're on. Yeah.
Are you on the
termite
construction?
ones.
I don't know. Maybe
Right.
termite.
Right now?
Don't mark them for deconstruction.
Yeah, and you
then.
can't. Yep.
Ah. If they're marked for deconstruction, they don't get destroyed. What? What is this?
Oh, that's poor.
No, the termite ones are just destroy anything nearby or that you fire your thing onto. The construction ones act like construction bots.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
the problem was when they were marked for deconstruction, the termite ones didn't eat them.
Angry Ghost mode. Yes.
Yeah. Because
they're
they're not construction bots.
but they should still be eaten because they're still trees. So the termite bot should still eat them even if they've been marked for deconstruction. Maybe.
Yeah. I suspect this gets into the case of
Weird programming edge cases.
yeah, it's down to the point where you've got so many different things happening that the mod maker's just gone, I don't know.
Which seems kind of fair, to be honest. Oh,
Yeah.
where's the bus? Okay, there's a bus lane here. Here, bus lane.
Do we have a quicker axe?
Not until we've developed Invent Steel, I don't think. I think that's going to be same as vanilla. Right, we are liquefying wood. Delicious.
Nom 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 nom.
So this is going to be on this row.
So what's our policy regarding powering output inserters?
We have one or two places like here, where we've got it being fed in from the. You can see what's happening there. There may be a nicer way to do it. You could potentially. Oh, you know what you could do actually. Oh no, you couldn't. Maybe you could. You could try and put the inserters the right distances apart, so you can put other inserters up the middle like this. You'd have to fiddle the positions of the inserters a little bit to get that to work, but it's certainly possible.
Do they feed from the burner spot? Yeah,
I believe so. Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So regarding wood, I think we should do that because we rely on it, right? Science relies on it.
Yeah, wood is kind of important. Sorry, where are you? That's some horrible handwriting, Mike. I appreciate.
I can't help that. All right. I mean,
I appreciate the effort
very quickly,
but
it was a very, very. I couldn't find my old blueprint from 3 years ago or 2 years ago, wherever it was.
yeah, we don't have. We didn't have wooden walls in that one. Oh, I like the. I like that the spaceship is actually defended by gun turrets and is the patch of not stone flooring. Very nice touches there, nice details. Although I think you should.
It's carefully kept away from the hot metals for fire safety reasons.
Yes.
Hence the turrets and their aiming. Ayo. No one. Okay.
Sorry, I was looking back at chat. So persistent is blaming my face cam. You know, while I was trying to get it back up and running, the face cam wasn't working properly, so I tweaked it and I think I broke it worse. It's now currently looking like it's now very, very zoomed in, and I just haven't fixed that yet. So I'll do that again. Another thing to fix between streams, because everything broke. The beat of the sound pollution. Yes, it's the true tone of Lignumis, or what is it? The pure tone of Rochar. I mean Lignumis. Yes. A joke that probably only Tristan will get, but if anyone else is familiar with the books I'm referring to, then do let me know. Yeah, stone bricks should make the sound carry further. Hopefully they don't. Place tiles don't absorb pollution, apparently.
I've just realised the wooden armour has an equipment grid.
Yeah.
That's probably for those construction bots we're going to make at some point.
Oh, yeah.
So
but
fundamentally, Safir placing all these stone tiles is basically expanding our noise cloud.
Probably.
By the same amount.
Probably, yes.
How so?
Because
if they don't absorb sound, then it's just going to travel further.
Sound is just pollution.
Yeah, I get the sound's just pollution, but grass doesn't really. Oh, does grass absorb?
Yes. Well, everything absorbs because you can see it on the map. That's why
you can see how far out it's getting. Yeah, I assume everything is. I think it probably. I suspect the stone tars probably don't. It's just a simple everywhere absorbs the same amount of it, and that's why it goes out as far as it does. But I don't know.
61.44.
Then again, what's the point of being here unless we bring civilization to this place? You know.
Yeah, you'll notice I haven't actually complained about you carpeting the ground with stone. Now, what I do think you should do is I think you should put down some hardwood details. Maybe a hardwood border around the edge of it. Now that we've got enough wood, just to make it look pretty.
But that edge will be needing to move, right?
Yes, it will need to move from time to time.
And you need to keep busy.
Yeah, I don't want that to be my
Yes, Andrew. As Nogard said, we're about 3 hours we're 3 hours 4 minutes and 9 seconds into the game. We're a little bit more than that into the stream due to a crisis we had earlier. Yeah, I'm afraid yes. It starts at 7:30 p.m. UK time and then goes on usually until we fall asleep, or about 11:30 typically, so about 4 hours. So we've probably got another 45 minutes or so before we start thinking maybe at some point we should wind up. But it usually then takes us a little while after that to actually wind up because, well, you know what Factorio's like.
So my output and servers are actually fueling themselves from the assembly machines.
If it's a burner assembly machine, they will do. It's only the steam assembly machines that are the awkward ones.
Okay.
I think I've been finding the Lignumis quite nice. If you like the burner phase and want it to be a little bit more interesting, then I'd say Lignumis will probably appeal to you. If on the other hand you hate the burner phase because you're doopy, then you might not. You might not like it so much. Because it is burner phase, but there's a bit more to it, which makes it a little bit more interesting. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, this has been suitably interesting. I think there's been enough differences and variation for it to, it's still Factorio. But it's got something different to it, which is more interesting.
So, it's what I've been saying with all of the Space Age recaps. One of my favourite things about Space Age is it's still Factorio and all of everything I enjoy about Factorio, but it's enough different to be a bit weird and fascinating and give new puzzles to solve. So I can go back. Basically, it takes you back to being a beginner again and being able and having to think your way through all the various different puzzles, and that's really nice. And I've been really enjoying that.
Yeah, and that's kind of my gripe. Effectively, gripe's a strong word for it because I did enjoy space exploration, but it did feel like by the end it was
the mechanics, the various different metals. Yes, the recipes were slightly different, but the basic process was generally pretty much the same. I know what you mean. I don't entirely disagree.
It got to the point where you copied and pasted an entire science build, all 4 materials packs, all 4 science packs and everything. Or data cards, and everything, and then just change the recipe on the specific buildings.
Yeah, I think you were possibly slightly more with that because I think mechanical science I think had slightly more of the everything was done in a mechanical facility, so it was just tweaking the recipes a little bit and then setting the right inputs for them. The others were a bit more varied. However, I certainly don't disagree with what you're saying. They were it was very much like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I absolutely accept that I had the complexity in the entire stream from material through data cards through science packs for material science very much came in the iridium is hard to get out of the ground element. But anyway, that was a different run. Yeah, yes. This time it's even basic things like rather than just doing a coal, the standard thing you do with coal, in the burner phase. Here, you actually got to think about changing that and doing it a bit differently. So this is my very silly solution, and it is different.
Oh right, yeah, yes, feeding your mining drills with fueling your mining drills rather. Sorry, yes.
When you mentioned that the drills were 4x4, I realized that it was actually possible to build a cool little build for mining the stone. So I was pretty happy with that actually.
Well, that's quite nice, yeah. And it's covered. Yeah, it's got full coverage, but
Oh,
you've
yeah.
got. I like that. It's I think
Yeah.
personally, I'd probably have pretended they were 3x3 and just pulled everything in a bit, but that's just to get more drills onto the patch, and we've got more than enough stone coming out. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, the problem with that is that they also need to be fed, right, with the fuel.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, it would have to be. Yeah, it would have to be the same height, but you could bring them in one sort of sideways. Yeah, but it wouldn't be quite as pleasing a square grid as you've got. So yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right, it
It's
has been
stuff
pointed
like
out
this
to me that I can now build the rocket silo. So I'm going to put down an assembly machine to do so because it's a crazy recipe that takes a bajillion of everything, all the inputs, and I'm not going to prepare to do all of those by hand.
What were you saying, Mike? I think you were gonna compliment me. Yeah.
No. In a way. No, I was just going to say that it's this kind of thing where it's something you're familiar with and it's just tweaked it ever so slightly. And that actually forces a lot more thinking. That I really like.
Yes.
I completely agree. Yeah.
In other news, the basic radars, I built some. These are the wooden ones. They are
Wooden radars.
useless.
Oh. How small is their coverage area? Have you put one down in somewhere?
Yeah.
The fact that I can't
Standing
tell
next
is
to it.
rather telling.
Yeah.
Well,
It
it's explore the chunk it's in thing.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
smaller,
cover down as
it's
far
not
as
the
the bottom of
cover-
the bus.
It's not a discover new things radar, but keep watch on areas.
yeah. But you have to keep it fueled with peat. You have to keep putting peat into it for it to keep
Yeah,
running.
Yeah. It's bad. I mean, like I get that it doesn't need the same sort of. Well, no, it's just bad.
Yeah, but when we're not on this planet, how are you hoping to be able to see what's going on?
Yeah, no, I know, but it's still bad.
We are going to need to cover the planet in them if we want to be able to remote control stuff, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, how are you expecting to look over there at the moment?
I'm not.
I don't-
It's things like this, and that only actually, in fact, I could probably put it down about here, where I'm now standing, and that's better coverage.
There was a
But yeah, I'm
suggestion
doing
that is it chunk based, so you can put it into you want basically
Yeah,
you need to put one
yes.
into each, so you need to put them into essentially almost into each chunk.
Or
If
each,
that's their
each
range.
set of
Does it
four
have-
chunks, and you put 4 of them in.
Oh yeah, that'd
It's-
work quite nicely. Yeah,
I mean,
is
as
it-
long as you have peat everywhere, it should be fine.
yeah.
So
We can
one-
we can
yeah,
we
so
can
it's-
everywhere we have peat, we can keep radar coverage. That's a good mission. Somebody Mike needs to go off and do that. It needs to cover the world in radars before we leave.
Okay,
Do we have
it's
do we
3
have
by
radars
3.
automated?
No. No, they for how rubbish they are, they're actually quite complicated to build. Stone brick.
To be
circuit
fair,
point.
you are making a radar out of wood. How you can't expect it to be that simple.
If we're going to believe that it could work in the first place, made out. That's kind of a real barrier to immersion here.
But you're happy to ignore that there's gold in it as well, and so it's not purely wood, and various circuit boards which are made of wood and gold.
So, I mean,
I like that this is what's putting you off the game. Is the it's breaking your immersion is being broken by the fact that we have a wooden radar set.
yeah. Listen, the idea that I can carry 40 trains in just one small bit of my pockets, right? No problem. That's you've seen my trousers. You know what I can do. But no, this is more important than that.
Lumber.
How can I build that thing here?
Yes.
Or maybe I can just borrow some stuff over here.
Right, what do you need to do, boss? Please don't say carpet the world in radars.
Funny you should say that.
I'm on it. Yeah, I'm on it. It's fine. I'm on it.
Oh, it's okay. Safir is doing it for you.
Thank you.
Oh wait, that should go down.
Oh, I need to make it in a steam assembling machine.
Oh no, because they are a pain to build. Everything about them is a pain.
Yeah, I just noticed. Jesus.
Yeah. Given that my grandfather was one of the
steam
ones
assembly
involved
machine.
in the deployment of radar and so on, he's told me a lot about it over the years.
My grandfather was a steam assembly machine. You read it here first.
He's a radar. He's one of the guys who was developing radar
I prefer my answer.
in the 40s.
What else do I need in here? So we've got that one.
Anyway.
That one's coming in. That one. Lumber. Yep, done lumber. Wooden gears. Yeah, crapski. Actually, that's not so bad. I can do that here.
Laurence, I have a question. I know the fluid mechanics are different now.
Yeah.
But
Basically,
I still
don't.
sense. Go on.
The fluid mechanics essentially are you don't have to worry about it, except that's okay.
Pipe's too long.
If your pipe's too long,
If your
his
pipe's-
actual
is it-
physical length.
15 above ground segments from memory.
No,
before
no.
you
No.
get pressure drop.
No, you don't have to
Completely
worry.
wrong on
You don't have to worry about
Yep.
pressure drop. It is literally just the sheer length of pipe. And you don't worry about
No,
pressure drop or quantity going through it or anything like that. It is just
Distance from start point to end point,
yes.
not distance along the pipe. X or Y direction distance.
No worries. Yeah, because I did start a Space Age run and then sort of abandoned it after a while. I'm sure there was something about underground extended it slightly, but I can't remember what that was.
There to there is apparently completely fine. That is our current corner to corner. No, actually, there's more height through the up to there.
Yeah, fair enough. And then I remember it effectively throttled throughput at that point.
Nope. It just doesn't
No.
work. If you make it too big, it either works perfectly 100% or it doesn't work at all.
Oh, okay, fair
And you
enough.
have
I
to
thought
pump
there was a drop off partway through. Yeah.
Nope. It's 100% or 0%, and that's just it. So it's really, really easy, but it's possibly a
Okay.
bit too simplistic. It's a bit too simplistic, really, but it does mean
Yeah.
it's making it a bit easier to deal with.
I don't get my Roboport working.
I don't know. I haven't built one yet.
Have you got power?
Alright. Ooh, I've missed some chat. I should catch
Perhaps,
up on this.
maybe. No.
I suspect
That might be
you
why it
only
doesn't
see power.
work then.
Listen, I just assumed it would generate its own power from the peat. It would like burn
From the
shit.
wood you put in it.
I mean, listen, okay.
The idea of biter battles doesn't really appeal to me. Combat in Factorio is not, the combat is not my favourite part of Factorio, in it basically.
Can we please create power?
No, not on this planet.
I mean, if we can make wooden robots, we should be able to make some wooden burner or something in our pockets, right?
You'd think, wouldn't you? But no.
No bots for you.
We'll have a look at. I'll have a look at bots in a moment, see if I can work it out.
I just built them.
Yeah.
While the
robots
robot is
working.
just charging. And they're building!
Hooray!
Yay!
Yes,
Yeah.
they work
It's
fine.
fair. Watch.
Oh,
Oh, that is a slow
bot.
bot.
So slow.
Wow.
Why did you do that though?
What I did right
you
is
ha-
I placed
what's in
the
your armor?
blueprint. I placed the blueprint, right, and then I with the bot turned on, and there it goes, and they come back again, and then
My sarcasm
That's
sense is tingling.
no.
Well, what about my bots?
Do you have a Roboport in your armor?
Have you got your Roboport? Yeah. Have you filled
Do you have a
it
power source in your armor?
with power?
No.
Are you burning peat in it? No.
But how do I do that?
Pete's gonna watch the VOD back and get really
There's
upset.
a solar generator.
You need
I
a
need more
power
gold.
source there.
You need power.
Tell me which one I need.
The basic
Basic
portable
portable
generator
generator.
equipment gold
A
recipe.
generator, yeah.
The one that's right next to the Roboport.
I need some
Dude,
bots
it
as
looks
well for
like
this.
just like a splash of gold. It doesn't even look like anything.
Some mouse overing might be required.
As opposed to some of the other things that we've got, which just look like I mean, look at it. Look at this thing.
It
Look
does.
at it.
Also,
Oh,
Tristan,
dear.
why aren't you not golding enough?
That is true. We are short of gold.
Yeah, I've set it up recently.
I can tell.
Oh yeah, there's some coming down the belt in a moment.
Yeah, you've probably seen the gap where I nicked a bunch.
Actually,
or someone else
Oh,
nicked a bunch.
in fairness, if you did that 30 minutes ago, that's about how long it takes for an item to travel around to the boss.
Yeah.
I hate that you're right.
Actually, joking aside, this is not a perfect way of measuring it, but the bus is 150 blocks long, just shy of. Call it 150. 7.5 items a second.
We're making 156 gold plates per minute.
What more could you want?
157.
It takes 40 seconds for an item to travel from one end of the bus to the other.
That is quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Laurence,
Hmm?
you want to accompany me up here? Come.
Have you
So-
done something strange?
Well, okay. So if I put this little inserter here, right, it's eventually gonna run out of fuel.
Mm-hmm.
The one in the middle, or which one? Oh, the one
Yeah.
unloading the. No, that one.
Right,
that one's
yeah,
going to be
exactly.
fine
Oh,
because
sorry,
that
no,
will
beg
steal.
pardon,
That
that's
will steal
fine.
fuel from the machine underneath it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
However,
Alright,
your
cool.
inserter that takes out of the steam-powered machine here will not take fuel. Will not have anything to take fuel from. So that will eventually run out of fuel. However, you could do that, yes. Or alternatively, you could just chuck a pile of fuel in it and go, you know what? We're going to get 100 radars out of it, and that'll be enough, and not care about it in this particular case. But yeah, what Mike has done is better because it will keep working.
I like the way that the abomination that I have built has been described as better.
Less bad, more future-proofed.
Ah,
I feel that this is very wooden AI. It's a
Would an
robot
AI
arm
do this?
that fuels a robot arm. Ay.
Yeah. I think we're just going to have to accept that this is a computer game, and there may be some extra breaks from reality in this particular one that we haven't been seeing in other ones. Right. In the
I
meantime,
refuse. Sorry. So what now, boss?
okay. So we need we've got wood liquefaction. We need to make wooden rocket fuel, I think. I know, right?
Sure.
Sorry, wooden rocket parts rather. Where
Right.
I haven't
Wooden
found.
rocket parts make sense. You know, they still use cork in spaceflight. It's a really good.
Yeah.
Wait, they do.
I know.
The Lunar Gateway mission, if that ever actually happens, which now that I'm not involved with it, that's such a stupid idea, and no one in their right mind should be involved with it. Yeah. But yeah, it's got wood in it because it's a surprisingly good material for space.
Yeah, Morgan have been still put a certain amount of wood into their cars. I think they might have stopped using it structurally, but I'm not certain of that.
Yeah. I mean, decorative is slightly different, but yeah, it's a good.
No, well, it was only relatively recently that they stopped using it for the chassis.
It's a good material.
No guard suggests that wooden rocket fuel is just methanol, and he's probably not wrong.
I mean, yeah, the logic kind of checks out.
Let's give
Kind of.
Tristan an crushing productivity.
We do
I
have
don't
a
appreciate
space
that.
map now.
Ooh.
What now? Sorry.
Oh, we can see that.
Space map.
Hooray! We discovered Nauvis, and we sort of know we have theories about all of these other places. We just don't know; they're just greyed out. But yes, look, we've got from Lignumis. We discovered
Ooh.
Nauvis. Yay! I was waving my hands excitedly, and then I remembered I'd turned the webcam off.
I like the fact that you can see all of the planets in the mod pack that we've got. I said the mod pack as though it's one pack that we just installed.
The Planetary Pioneers mod pack.
Bearing in mind that I've never got this far in the game before, so I like the fact that you can see the whole map.
You
Even
can tell
though,
what
like-
you're doing. Yeah.
And that gives a sense of how far through we've progressed. Ooh.
Not very.
I thought there. Oh, I know what it is. Yes, it'll be the provisional rocket silo. Once we build it, will require the wood juice to be squirted into it. Perhaps with other stuff as well. I'm not sure. So that's where the wooden rocket fuel comes from. It's made in the provisional rocket silo. But of course, Factorio being Factorio, we are currently inserting twice as much of everything into this machine as it needs. Could you just do the gold, please? Gold! I want gold! Oops. There we go. And
Mike,
circuits.
the radar you made before, did you place it anywhere by any chance?
There's one up by your hatch thing, and then there's the other two that I made. That's it. That's all of them.
Yep.
Andrew does not appreciate the name wood juice. Well, it's called wood pulp, wood juice. What's the difference?
You may hate this. I don't know.
I think I do. I don't think we need more than one of these.
Have you already? Oh.
That's what
I
all of
have
this
not-
around here is doing. This is why it is here.
Listen. All right. Instructions were not clear.
I'm just currently trying to get enough gold into it, but we've run out of gold. Tristan, we've run out of gold.
That looks like someone nicked a load.
I didn't. No, that
No,
doesn't. No, that's it
it
getting
was
halved
not
every
me,
for every time it goes
definitely,
past a splitter.
Yes, because someone nicked a load.
Oh,
and
you
so
think there was more than
all
that
of them
before?
drained.
I don't know.
Oh, right, at that end, maybe not. I don't know.
That looks like it's been halved and halved and halved and halved. I am going to nick some. Oops, I'm going to nick
Alright.
because I want to make a rocket silo. And what
Oh,
I
right,
want
you're
is
just going to pass it down to the end.
yeah, but yeah, basically I'm prioritising the rocket silo over the splitters, the pipes, and the circuits because we've got quite a few of those. Although that said, having just chucked all of that in, there's still only, we need still need another 201. Crikey.
Ugh.
Should we come back
some
later?
Faster belts would be nice. Some faster belts would be nice.
What is the limiting factor on this?
So
I think
this
the fact
belt-
that- come on,
this half belt is limiting factor for loading up the crushers.
Okay.
It loads more than this, but I was grabbing some off here to put into the later.
Why don't you put long
need
inserters into all of those machines as well, and not have the peat on the upper belt? Oh, because then it needs to go up to the other, but the foundries above. But that they could be split and go up separately.
Yeah.
I have questions. What am I looking at?
You'll be pleased to know, Tristan, that we are currently working on All Crushing Productivity 1. So I'm sure that's going to make everything better.
It will make a slight difference.
Oh. It'll make everything slightly better.
My questions have questions.
Justin, did you remove the peat input from here intentionally?
So I haven't sorted that one out yet because I wanted to think about how to do it because it does produce peat.
Ah, okay,
Right.
yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't want to fill that with.
Yeah.
I had not heard of Wanhu. But yeah, you're quite right. It seems to be your processing of the goop, the moist stromatolite remnant that is the problem at the moment.
Is it? Where?
No,
Where's
maybe
that
not
backing up?
actually. No, it's no. Take it back. Sorry, it's not. No, it's not. I thought it was backing up, but I was looking at it badly. It's the side loading down here. That's causing some issues.
Just saying here doesn't.
I
work.
pinged it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I need to split. So loading both sides just means that can't put enough. I'm partway through thinking about where to put.
Oh,
more
okay.
crushers
Okay.
To deal with that, and yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, if you're working on it, then I won't be too. I won't come in and poke holes in it because it's in progress. That's fair. I will, however, steal all of the gold from the belt again. And also all of the circuits once again, but never mind. Num 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 num. How much did I pick up there? Ah, awesome! That's enough to finish the project. And then I can just cut everything off over there. Yeah, I had not heard of Wanhu, but yes, launching ourselves onto a chair with rockets tied to it does sound about right, but fairly on brand for Factorio, I have to admit. Right, let's cut off all these belts because we don't need more stuff going into here. I think one provisional rocket silo is probably going to be enough, but I'll leave the basic systems in place just in case I realise that actually, you know what we need is a second wooden rocket being made, because obviously, who wouldn't? That's going to take a while to make. That is a 30-second build in a machine that runs at quarter speed. Okay. So in a couple of minutes we'll have a rocket. Oh, Marc is playing with bots. Nice. In the meantime, how noisy are we being? Still not too bad. We haven't gone outside our explored area, so that seems to be all right. I don't. I mean, I can find out, to be fair. There is a provisional... There you go. The wooden rocket part is going to need gold and lumber and gears and circuits and wood pulp. So a machine to make gears feeding into the silo and everything else is on the bus. So that's going to be fairly easy. We might need more circuit. Oh, no, we have a shortage of circuits because we have a shortage of gold, so that's fine. That's sort of expected. I forgot I could do that. Really rather nice being able to get rid of trash from your inventory just by pressing Shift C. That's one of my favourite parts of even distribution. Is just the ability to get rid of junk that you don't need. I'm going to pull all of this out because that doesn't really need to be in here. I will clear the filters on these though. Let them harvest the rest of the stuff from the belts, I suppose. How are you getting on? 87, 88%, nearly there. 89, 90, 91, 92. I've forgotten what it was. It was gold and lumber and cogs. And actually, I could put it in up here, above this, and just have everything fed through because it's all the same stuff. So I will link these back in again, and then when you finish, which you have, I can put that in there. I can't rotate it, which is a bit cheeky, but okay, we'll put that there. Then you're going to need gold and lumber and... I'll put that in one square lower. And I shall need gold and lumber and gears. Gold, lumber, gears, circuits. And wood juice, which I'm apparently not supposed to call wood juice because it upsets people.
I like like the fact that it's still powered by peat.
Is it actually powered? It is actually powered by peat.
It is actually powered by peat, yes.
Well done, Pete.
How are your inserters going to get enough fuel, or is that just a...
They're not. I hadn't even thought of that yet.
Okay.
Like that. And...
And like that.
You horrify me, but you know what? I'm not gonna knock it because it's gonna work. Oh, Mike, what have you done? Oh dear, that is both horrible and elegant in its simplicity and awfulness.
So bad.
And yet, it ain't broke, so...
Do you want to put some productivity modules in it? So it works for longer.
Yes, but I haven't got any, and it won't take them. Absurd but functional. That's we should get Mike a t-shirt with that written on it.
I mean, it's kind of on brand.
Someone make a note. We'll start making Laurence Plays t-shirts with. So we'll have one in Mike Orange that says absurd but functional, and goodness knows what else we'll come up with. Maybe one in purple that says I like trains.
Terrifyingly beautiful and functional. I like it. Thank you, Steph. I am terrifying in my beauty.
Okay, it sounds like I'm gonna have. It sounds like I'm gonna have to start making T-shirts. Someone make a note of these ideas, preferably somewhere in Discord. Otherwise, I will forget them all. But yes,
I like the note that Doopy's actually saying I'd buy that to Mike is the best.
That seems very unlikely.
Factually correct. Dear.
Tell me this is a government job without telling me this is a government job. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I've learned from Pete.
Overflow of seeds, Mark.
Ah, my eyes. I opened the map view and it was very, very pink.
Just trying to understand your spaghetti here.
It's kind of expanded.
Does it matter if there's an overflow of seeds? I assume they're just fed in on an input.
Yes, because they'll just clog everything up.
Or will they?
If there's too much. Where do you think I'm getting the original seeds from? Or the seeds that I grow stuff from?
Oh, do you mean gold seeds?
I do not craft seeds. This is not trees.
Right, so they're not seeds. Oh, right, yeah, okay. So
seeds come out of the rocks or the plants. So
yeah, they're not seeds for stromatolites. They're okay. So that, I think it's because you're calling them seeds is what confused me.
They're called seeds.
Are they?
They're called stromatolite seeds.
Oh yeah, so they are. All right, I take it back then. That's a silly word for them, but I will accept that is what it calls them. We have 20% of a rocket.
How many silos do we need to make? Given it'll have to make another rocket. For each person to leave.
You think a rocket is a single seater?
Well, yeah, because you say I want to go here, and it sends you.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I mean, we could just let it run for a while. But if we all want to go at the same time, then we're going to need 3.
We now have...
Well, almost at the same time.
We only need 2, and if someone's staying behind... Because... Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, if we're going to leave Mike behind, then we need then we could get away with 2 and just launch 4 rockets in fairly quick succession, because it does produce a pair of rockets in the same way that the other normal rocket silo does.
And we probably want to send I think it's Marc off early to learn what Nauvis is like.
Oh, to plan Nauvis, yes. Do you think Marc?
I would assume that I know a bit about Nauvis, but okay.
We think so.
You think so, but it might be a bit weird. We're not quite sure. I mean, we haven't deliberately weirded Nauvis, but you never know. It is totally the sort of thing we would do. Does this planet have anything else for us to do but leave? No, but we do need to come back because we want to come back for these big chunky gold patches. So we'll need to come back here to ship gold from it.
Yeah, honestly, there's a strong element of we haven't looked ahead.
Yeah, so I'm seeing this gold patch here and seeing it requires drills that are, quite frankly, that does not look like wooden tech to me. Although, to be honest, the whole thing is red, so it's kind of hard to tell. But I'm pretty sure we aren't going to be able to do a deep miner until we come back here some other time.
And also, I kind of like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's like what is it? The please carry on. I'll get to it in a minute.
In your own time. Don't let us rush you.
What's the games? Metroidvanias. It's like a Metroidvania where you come back to a place with new tech and you can do more stuff there.
Yeah. Which it adds reason to go back and do things.
Metroidvania, not Metrovania, I believe, no God, because it's named after Metroid and Castlevania. Yeah, some good radaring, I approve. In fact, I'm actually quite surprised how far down it's gone. I guess. Oh, it's because there's peat here for the stromatolite growing, and yeah.
Yeah, I tried to follow a grid, so.
What do you mean it looks neither wooden nor golden? This bit's brown and this bit's yellow. How much more wooden and gold do you want it to be? It does have a red and green cables going across the middle of it, but yeah. Shh.
I do
Oh,
approve
fair
that
enough. You're typing too fast. That's all right.
you put them in areas from the agricultural tower that it can't use anyway.
I know.
Hmm.
I thought about that.
Yep.
So at this point, we're basically just waiting for more gold.
Yes, I harvested a little bit that was sitting on the belts and chucked it in, so we are actually producing rocket parts at the moment. It is still quite a slow process, and burning through a certain amount of peat, but yeah.
Can we not expand the gold production area, perhaps?
I think Tristan's been working on
Yeah.
that for the last 4 hours.
Yeah, but he's not had our support in that.
Oh, true. Yeah, can we help? Can we get in the way? I mean, help. Would it help if I took these agricultural towers down?
No, the problem is
Safir-
not the tower thingies, but this production queue behind that.
I noticed that this belt is very full. But it is actually unloading enough, though, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, so 5 or 6 towers is probably the limit per row. So this one is not emptying.
I reckon, yeah, it's 5. I think it's 5 because this one here is the belt looks very full. Unless you get it to put them on the other side of the belt as well. But I guess you're not doing that.
Yeah, and it's one on each row earlier.
And you could, yeah, unless if you want, it'd be fairly easy to put something onto the other side of the belt. But then I guess you'd have and you wouldn't have a jam with anything else further on from that because it's splitting off the ore separately here. It is very, very slow, yes, but yeah.
Yeah, we could go out theoretically and manually harvest from otherwise untapped areas.
Just pick up a load of gold rocks.
Stromatolite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I've done further up. I've
Did
just slapped down this.
you leave this one running out intentionally? Shall I clean it up?
Yeah, that one's just because it's not looping back correctly because it doesn't fit with all the rest.
Okay, I shall gather a little bit of gold ore from elsewhere. To be honest, the biggest thing we could do to fix it would probably be to stop making splitters, and we do need the basic circuits though actually, so we can't stop making those. So the gold does need to be split between those two things, as in them and the rocket parts. But if there's anything else that's using gold, we probably don't need it at this stage. That said, actually, no, we do need it. If we want to keep doing the science, we will still need it.
This should stop now. The pipes are making a massive number.
And pipes, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we don't need pipes at the moment. Are they making an unlimited number, or are they just making rather a lot?
It was a huge amount. But
yeah, they're being capped now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
But I mean, honestly, that. Yeah,
it's not going to be a huge amount.
But it's exactly.
It'll have been halving it. It'll have been halving the amount that was getting to the silos an additional time.
Yeah.
So it'll double the speed.
Oh, I see the one Marc was saying he was adding. Yeah.
Right, I have some gold bacteria. I have some seeds as well, actually, and a load of gold ore. So let's come down and hand that in.
Tristan, if you wanna put up the template, then I'll be happy to help build the things. If we want to build more.
Just yellow paint. Yes, very good. Well, I mean, it's gold paint. We've put a layer of gold over the top of it. It totally counts. I just need bacteria to go off now. Where do I put the seeds in? Oh, there's a box of them down here. Okay.
No, that's not a box for them. That's the overflow box.
Okay. Where do you want? Should I just drop them on the belt then? There's a belt here going past with some on it. So
I'll just take. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure the wooden rocket silo will be absolutely fine. It's probably fairly dense wood. You know, one of those. There are 1 or 2 fireproof woods, aren't there? I'm not sure about this, but I have this vague feeling there might be. Or fire. Maybe they're just fire resistant. I'm not sure. Hello, Daniel.
Wood doesn't
Welcome.
burn as easily as people think it does.
Yeah,
I think that's a key point.
You need to make the bits of wood a bit smaller before you can really get them to catch fire. I know. I lit a fire in the fire pit at parents' house last week. Yeah. So in fact, it's one of the things that's in the intro video for the streams. So
I remember being told. Oh, this is going back many decades, but there was a fire in the London Underground, one of the stations, and they had wooden stairs with aluminium railings, and the aluminium all caught fire and burnt horribly. The wood got charred, but that was it.
Okay.
Just because basically it didn't get hot enough for long enough for the wood to catch fire. Plus, it was probably also covered in some stuff to help keep it fire safe and so on.
Yeah. So I think yes, treated wood is going to be somewhat better, yeah. I suspect.
But when metal catches fire and burns easier than wood, that's kind of that's
it's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong, Madman, but I am going to say that making a rocket. Ooh, we've made a rocket. Here it is.
Ooh.
Here's our wooden rocket. Wouldn't you like to go?
Hooray.
Wouldn't you like to have a go in it?
Oh, so cool. But it's not very wooden.
Fill the rocket inventory and launch the rocket to escape to Nauvis. Be sure to take the material to jumpstart your iron, copper, and wood production.
Ooh.
And there is an escape to Nauvis button.
Must be empty.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess we fill the rocket up with things like burner mining drill. We should make a load of burner mining drills. We should automate. In fact, we should automate making those. We should make a load of what else could we possibly need? Basic assembly machines, stone furnaces, all the sort of things that we want to take with us, because we can just automate that up here and just give us the best possible kickstart on Nauvis.
Gun turrets.
So is this where, given it's also 11:30, is this where we sit there and say, okay, next stream is
going to Nauvis and starting there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll need to make. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I've clicked on the provisional rocket silo, and it is still building, so it's making another rocket in the background. But I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously it's making another rocket in the background. Presumably, we will have to make multiple rockets, and we'll just. I guess we just feed us over there gradually in turn. And the first people who get over there, we'll send them over with whatever we think of. And then the first 2 people who go can then say, "Oh, we forgot. Nerma. Could you put a load of that in the next rockets to come over, please?"
And I think, honestly, that's probably like the sensible way of doing it. Where you then have, you 4 people go over, and that's 4 loads worth of stuff to take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you send the rocket without people?
I expect so, but I don't know for sure. There aren't obvious controls on it for doing that.
It does not look like you can, just from the controls.
I know, there's not a launch button, it's just... Yeah.
Escape to Nauvis, yeah. So...
Yeah. Okay. So we have 5 chances to bring stuff over.
Yeah. But also that leans into the planet leader thing we're doing, where the first person over is the planet leader, who then secures that initial beachhead once the next rocket silo is made. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, does Marc want to go and start on that, or do we need to work out what?
Do we want to finish? Do we want to finish this stream off with Marc going to Nauvis?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think my suspicion is you can take a full inventory of worth of stuff in here because you're not blasting off from planet into orbit. You're going from a relatively small moon down to the planet, and I know you still have to worry about escape velocity of the moon and so on, but I suspect he's making it easy for us at this point, so we can probably fill these rockets up with as much junk as we like. And chat seems to agree. Steph says we can take a full inventory. You just have it's equivalent to a steel inventory box, so you just need to empty your own inventory. So we are going to be able to put a lot of stuff in there. So yeah, I think we just fill it up with drills and assembly machines and inserters and whatever Mark wants. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Basically all the basics.
Right, I shall take the limits off the assembly machine maker over. I suggest you probably don't want steam assembly machines. I mean, you may disagree, but I suspect you don't particularly want them. They're going to be much less valuable because they're a pain in the butt. Because you need steam for them, but you're going to want a load of furnaces. That's stone. We can set up machines to make those.
Steam we only need for science, or do we need them for something else?
I don't know. Maybe we'll send a stack over just because we can.
There's not much point sending more than a stack of burner assembling machines because.
Oh, you'll hope by then we'll be using ones that don't suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
It's basically, I'm not sure what it is beyond a stack of burner drills, a stack of furnaces, and a few.
Probably want more than a stack of furnaces, won't we?
They're relatively easy to make on Nauvis, but yeah, if we've got plenty, then yeah, make.
Do we want to send a large quantity of belts, or do we reckon these belts are so slow as to be useless? Oh, and actually, do we? We can check without cheating too much whether the next tier of belts requires. Yeah, you require wood transport belts to make normal belts. So we might as well send a massive quantity of belts down.
A bunch of burner agricultural towers then.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yes.
Ooh, what for? Sorry, I didn't get
wood. Since we need wood for yellow belts.
Yeah, you need to make wood. So.
Oh, we do.
Okay, but the burner agricultural towers need coal to make.
Oh, yeah.
However, I will bet you there is some other way of making wood.
Sorry, coal to make? Oh, gold to make. I misheard.
Gold.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a proper agricultural tower, but all of these things I imagine. But these things will be useful while we're getting started. Yeah, but there's a copper version of it, which is copper, lumber, wooden gears, basic circuit boards, and stone bricks. Then there's a standard one, which doesn't tell me, and fishing tower, greenhouses,
steel, glass, green circuits, landfill, and spoilage. Apparently.
Okay, that's the Gleba one then.
Okay, yeah. Oh yes. It does tell me.
That's Meraxis. Apparently.
It is the Gleba one, I think, but it may well be the Meraxis one as well.
Okay, fair enough.
So the other question is, how else do we make basic circuits? And presumably, I'm not sure there will be a way. So yeah, there's the Lignumis way, which is lumber and gold, and then there's the standard way, which is lumber and electrical and copper cable. So yeah, that's going So yeah, there's not going to be anything we can't build, but it's going to be potentially helpful and useful to have stuff available to get started.
Yeah.
The ammo and turrets is an interesting idea.
No.
The ammo is going to be fairly pathetic against biters because it's the wooden ammo which does approximately. I don't know. Let's look at some numbers. The wooden ammunition does. Where is it? 3.3 damage. Whereas yellow ammo does 5.5. Actually, so it's more than half as powerful, but it's still a little bit pathetic.
Turrets are fine. They're 2 less range. But that's it. And probably have less health.
So I think the turrets with wooden ammo in will be useful. You'll just need twice as many of them for getting started. So I think it's worth taking some ammunition and some turrets with you just in case you land in amongst some biters, which I would hope you wouldn't, but just in case.
Do you want to check what's in there to make sure that you're not taking partial stacks by accident and things like that?
Yeah, sure.
I've got some burner smelters building over here. It's got to 30 so far because it's it's a slow assembly machine. I should have done this sooner. Don't do that. It's not helpful. The walls might be though.
Honestly, it's significantly quicker just to pocket craft them.
Ha, you're probably right, actually.
Well, I've just built 30 now, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35,
Yeah,
36.
I fully accept that.
40.
You're 4 times faster. I've started doing the same. I was wasn't really concentrating on it very hard. I was a bit distracted by this the thinking about it, thinking about what else we wanted to send him down with.
Well, presumably that'll be up to Marc what he wants to take with him as the planet leader.
Oh, of course, but we can make suggestions and try and think of help. Try and be helpful.
The thing is, I think most of the stuff we can make on site, but are we sure that there is gold there?
We're pretty
We don't
sure there
need
isn't gold there. I don't think there won't be. I'm pretty sure there won't be gold on Nauvis. Nauvis will be standard, but you'll be able to make
Do you
iron
want
pipes
gold
eventually.
For basically yellow splitters, for example.
Yellow splitters.
Why do they need gold?
There is an alternative recipe for the basic circuits that uses copper instead of gold.
But it needs a wood splitter.
Yes, that's for which requires a basic circuit, which
you
can
can
be
make
made
copper.
with copper rather than gold.
Okay. I misread that.
Once we've mined some copper.
Yeah. So basically, what you need the stuff to allow you to start mining and building without having to go through the really, really slow part of the burner phase. There's no drills and mining drills in there. I shall make
There's
some.
only a few that I had.
I can make.
But yeah, inserters are missing.
Inserters is a good shout. I'll go and grab whatever I can. Where are inserters being made? Over there.
So, Marc, what do you accept as bribes in order to be requested as the second person to follow you along?
He'll DM you and let you know.
I really don't care about the. I mean, I assume that you all, except maybe one person, or I would assume everybody just comes over.
Yeah, I think we will all come over as quickly as we can. It might be worth leaving one person here just to keep an eye on things and maybe polish off any other sciences. But I don't think there are any actually. I think this is the one that's running at the moment is the final science for this planet. So even if the Pentas come in here and just eat everything, it's not going to be the end of the world. I feel that exiting the rocket during the launch animation would... Oh, you mean extra rockets down to Nauvis? Probably not. I think we probably don't need to. I think we are getting a little bit carried away with what we want to take with us, and that we probably don't need quite as much. Do you want some more? Do you want some more inserters in there, Marc? Because I've got lots of
some miners, some more miners.
I've got 5,
Possible.
and I'm still building them. Here we could go up and nick half of Safir's stone mining patch because there's a
Oi! I worked hard on that, man.
You did, and it was really good.
One of them can be
quite
nicked
big.
happily because it's marked for deconstruction.
Well, that one you can nick. Yeah, that's fine. I do have 26 burner miners, if that helps.
Did I not?
Yeah,
automate
please chuck them in the
burner miners
rocket.
the end? I
don't think
automated these. I didn't get around to it. No, I wasn't requested to. Ha. That's my excuse.
Yeah, I don't think I asked you to because by the time you were getting around to automating all these things, we had more than enough of basically everything. all the resource hunt gathering anyway. So, yeah. Have we got tree towers? Yes, we have. We could do another 9 tree agricultural towers because it's only a partial stack. Same with burner assemblers.
I grabbed all that were there earlier.
Do you want any more gun turrets?
Sure.
Yeah,
Fill up the stack.
Yes,
I mean,
another 43.
So they're being made there. Not very fast, mind, but they are being made.
Yeah, as Madman points out, we are going to land on Nauvis and immediately just have better everything because we'll have iron within about 10 minutes. Because we've all played Nauvis before and we know what we're doing there.
Yeah.
To be honest, at this point, yeah, I think we might as well. I could do with a few more turrets, which we don't really have.
Yeah, the planning almost takes longer than just setting up new stuff on Nauvis.
Yeah, we have now built the 2 rockets, so I think the first person should leave.
Yeah.
Yes, just for your information, you cannot take personal equipment.
Yes, you can take your guns, but you can't take the ammunition for them.
Yeah. Oh, ammunition as well, right?
I've also got
in
somebody's
the rocket
nano
then, I
emitters.
guess.
Whose nano emitters have I nicked?
Are we really leaving behind chests of shame?
What do you intend to do with them?
We can blow them up if you want to.
What do you want? What do you
Or we
intend?
can,
No, it's a fair point. I mean, all I could seriously suggest doing is putting the things back inside the other storage boxes around the base. But-
Yeah, you can't
You can put-
take stuff with you between planets. Oh, you can take you can take your roboport and your generator, Mark. So stuff
you
that's in your
can,
armor
yeah.
is okay.
As well as the ammunition. I had some bots in the bottom right of my character inventory, so I didn't see them. So you can take your ammo and your equipment.
You can't take ammo and you can't take bots, but you can take
You
stuff.
can take your ammo.
Oh, you can't in normal space age. Okay.
Okay, so I have a button to press. Shall I press it?
Yes. I think so.
3, 2, 1.
Salute. Fare thee well.
he's still standing here.
So that was.
standing there.
Yes, he is. What? You're supposed to be in the rocket, Mark.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That rocket is taking off very slowly.
It's made of wood. What do you expect?
Yay, we've launched a rocket to space without building any solar panels. And we've done it within 15 hours. We've launched a rocket to space within 8 hours. There is no spoon. I've finally got it. I've finally got spoon. Except I haven't because it's a modded
I'm on
playthrough.
Nauvis.
Oh, gone. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait.
Yay. Oh,
He's
you've crashed.
He's
You
crashed.
crashed as well. Oh.
Oh, and you're right next to some biters.
Ooh.
It's a good thing you took some ammo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where's all the stuff?
Oh, and the spaceship.
And there's some. Oh, it might be. It'll fill up the rocket, the ship, as he takes
and
it.
the spaceship.
maybe?
Oh, okay.
There's some of it there.
Yeah, some of it in the spaceship, but...
Oh, in my
Not a
inventory.
lot.
Oh,
No, in my inventory.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Ah.
That's
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Okay, shall we call it the day?
Should we call it there?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we got some... Yeah, we could probably do with some reinforcements to take on those biters that you've landed right next to, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we'll all come in with our pea shooters and see what we can do with that. See if we can take them on with our dart guns. We did send... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we better stop before you need to put down... Very quickly need to put down the turrets you wanted... You took with. Right. Okay, so... Well, we have... Well, I say we. Marc has escaped from Lignumis. The rest of us are still there, but we'll be following him reasonably quickly. There is another rocket ready already, and we're on the way to building a third one. So thank you very much for watching. This time next week, so 7:30 PM UK time next Monday, we shall be carrying on. We shall go down to Nauvis. We shall abandon this planet because we've done all of the researches we can possibly do up here. for the time being. And so we'll drop down there and we'll get started on our second planet. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be back on Wednesday as well at 7:30 again with the next installment in the Last Starship streams. So that's the one where I'm going. It's sort of a cross between RimWorld and Elite, and with a little bit of Factorio in there because I'm starting to automate things a bit, which is quite nice. So that's good fun. So come along and join me for that one as well. Thank you very much for watching, and there'll be videos coming out on towards the end of the week. Thank you, Safir, to cover the sort of to cover what we've been up to and how things have been going. So thank you very much for coming. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Good night, Madman. Good night, Steph and Doopy and Regular and Andrew and Larandar and everyone else. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.